Hi, and thanks for choosing Arc Flash Power Tools. As the name implies, this is an Arc Flash tool, and we're going to use it to model a radial distribution system. We're going to calculate the three-phase fault current, we're going to input the overcurrent protective devices, and then we're ultimately going to get the Arc Flash potential. You'll find the app super easy to use. It uses a typical one-line diagram approach, and with most systems, everything starts at the utility transformer, so at the top left, we'll just click on that, and then we'll enter in its details. Let's assume it's a 1000 kVA transformer, 3-phase, 480, and maybe a 5% impedance, 4 sets, 500 kc mil, and maybe 50 feet to the main switchboard. And then down here, where it says add main, that's where our main switchboard is going to be. So we'll add a main, and let's assume that it's on a 2000 amp switchboard. And then our main is going to be a fuse, class L, perhaps Ferraz here, and maybe a 1600 amp fuse. Then we'll go ahead and add a branch, and let's make this one a RK1, 400 amp, we're just making stuff up here. And let's assume this feeds a panel. Call it power panel 1, 400 amp, and it's going to be MLO, so it won't have a protective device, but the branch fuse that we put in on the switchboard is protecting it. And then we'll add another branch. Maybe we'll feed a motor load this time, and it'll have a RK1 as well. And we're going to put a motor load, but this time we'll say it has a disconnect switch, just for fun. And so here we could put another fuse or circuit breaker. Maybe we'll put a circuit breaker on it. Just going to say that even though it has a fuse on the branch feeder, it's also going to have a 400 amp circuit breaker. And then for our motor, I'm going to call it CH1. Maybe it's a really big motor. Let's assume it's induction. And just like that, we already have a nice little distribution system. We see we have a utility transformer, a main switchboard, a power panel, and a motor load. We can see that at each point there's the three-phase fault current that's already calculated. Then we also see the arc flash potential. And so let's assume that we've finished our distribution system. Obviously there's typically a lot more, but we're happy with where we are, so we're going to go to the top right and do quick save so that we can save our progress. We've made so much already, and we're just going to call this test 11, and then we'll say it's on Main Street. Actually, let's not call it test 11. Let's call it Walmart. How about that? Walmart on Main Street. Then we're going to click on Reports on the top right, and let's assume we want to generate an arc flash report. This is a really great tool. It gives a nice high-level summary. So it opens up your mail program, and you can send this off to whoever you want, probably your client. So assume you put your client's email address in there. And what it's going to do is it's going to send a PDF in this email. As you can see, it lists the bus name. So we have our main switchboard, our power panel 1, and then our motor as well. You can see the voltage level at that, the fault current at it, the arcing current at each device, the clearing time for the protective device, and the incident energy, which is going to, of course, give us our PPE category, which is usually where we really want what we're doing all this for. So you'd go off, you'd send that to whoever you want. We're not going to send it. And then maybe you go back and you want to send some arc flash labels as well. So again, at the top right, we click on arc flash labels. And here we see it generates our arc flash labels. Again, it opens up the mail app and it provides a PDF, which is going to be 4 up labels on a standard 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper. And it's ready for printing. As you can see, it has everything we need on it, but it's a warning label. It includes the calories per centimeter square, the arc flash boundary, the limited and restricted approach boundaries, the working distance, the voltage level, and even the short circuit current level. So everything you could possibly want on there, and you'd send that off. And really, at the end of the day, it's that easy. Arc Flash Power Tools.